way to Great Falls for the 7th and final stop on the powwow project that I've been working on this summer. I think it's kind of fitting. This is the last weekend. My kids started school already like 2 days ago. So to me, it already feels like summer is over. Now we're into the fall season. Project went by quick. And the one here in Great Falls, it's veterans and I think it's a veterans and elders powwow or veterans and youth, something like that. But thankfully there's no rodeo this time. So we just got one grand entry tomorrow, which is Saturday at 1, and then also at 7 p.m. So we'll be at the powwow most of the day into the evening and the night. And then there's only one grand entry on Sunday, which is at 1 again. So I'm assuming we'll probably film there for a few hours, and then depending on how late it is, I might just leave straight from Great Falls there in the evening and make it back to Poplar. Probably won't be back until about midnight, I'm guessing, that night if we wrap up early enough, because my daughter starts her first day of preschool on Monday, so, and I don't want to miss that, so I'm gonna try not to. Hopefully I'll be back to see her off on her first day. She seems too young to be starting school. She's only 4 years old, and it's only a few hours a day, but I'd like to be there the day she goes. So on my way to Great Falls right now. Got about a 5.5 hour drive, so I'll see you when we get there. This is outside Fort Benton, Montana. Remember, I was here like 3 weeks ago. And this here is the Missouri River. Beautiful. I'm not really in a hurry right now. There's nothing I need to do in Great Falls except eat. I am hungry, so I thought I'd stop here. I've driven by here dozens of times, but I've just never stopped. It's really beautiful here. We got some ramen and some shrimp. Forgot to mention, last week I found a power strip that I think it was vlog 26 or something. I mentioned I lost it or misplaced it. I found it. It was in the on the passenger side of my truck, the depths of hell or whatever. When stuff falls in between the seats and you can't find it. That's where it was at. So I gotta charge my drone batteries. So. Like I mentioned earlier, it was nice to end this project at a powwow that didn't include a rodeo. I don't think I could have handled it. So this weekend was a little more laid back. And so the first afternoon, we shot a couple interviews. We got some B-roll, obviously, of the grand entry, but we shot a couple interviews that needed to be done. We did one with a vendor that sells artwork at various powwows. He travels to different powwows in Montana and sells his art. And the other interview we did, which I didn't get footage of any of this, but we did it with the tribal chairman of the Little Shell tribe. The powwow here at Little Shell had a beautiful venue. I think this is only the second powwow that they've had here. Last year was its first. And, we were blessed to have nice weather too this weekend.
It wasn't until pretty recently, maybe 2019, I think, that the Little Shell tribe has been recognized by the government. So in Montana, we now have 8 federally recognized tribes. And for this project, we shot for 7 of the 8 tribes. The only one we didn't shoot for was in Northern Cheyenne, and that was just because of the conflict of schedules. But we may end up shooting there next summer, which would be nice, because then I will have shot for each of the tribal nations in Montana, which is a goal that I had pretty much since I started my business. My wife asked me recently how many miles she thought I drove for this project. And at the time I guessed around maybe like 4,000 miles. But I told her I could find out for sure. So while sitting down to figure this out, I thought I'd do some by the numbers for this project. So the number of days on the road, 21. The number of miles I drove, 4,994. The number of terabytes of footage I shot, 1.2. The number of interviews I conducted, 12. And the number of Batman sightings, 1. The evening on the first night of the powwow was probably the most beautiful of all that we've been to this summer. That sky, it was just stunning. And so I went with the FX30 paired with the 50 mil 1.8, which is basically like a 75 mil.
I was just checking out some of the vendors and I saw this bracelet. I thought it looked pretty cool, so.
Hey, here's another number for you, 2. And that's the number of friends I made during this project. And of course, I'm talking about Jordan and Logan. They were my co-laborers on this project. And be sure to check out their channels as well as their upcoming documentary about Glacier National Park. I know it's going to be great, and it was a pleasure working with both of them. So as I close out this video and this project, really, I just want to say that if you have any questions or are wondering about anything regarding this project, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to answer them for you. You know, it feels good to put this project in the rear view, and I'm excited to get to work on some other things. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.